When I lived in a small Hungarian village, I learned very quickly how important it was to learn where I was, where I needed to go, how I could get there, what trains I needed to take, etc. So that brings us pretty much to today's lesson. Last week we started talking about transportation, we learned some vocabulary, and this week we're going to learn how to apply that terminology in real life situations to explain to other English speakers how you're getting somewhere or how you commute to and from places. I've put the objective up on the board for you guys so you can reference it throughout the class at any time. What are some vocabulary terms that we talked about last week? Does anybody want to volunteer to go first? Great! I heard lots of good suggestions like bikes, buses, cars, skateboards, walking, trams. So, really good job, guys. You had great recall there. This first assignment is going to be a partner activity, so I'm going to have you turn to the partner on your left, and you're just going to take 1 minute to talk about how you got to school today, what form of transportation you took, how long it took you, if maybe that changes by season, and your partner's going to do the same. Great, it seemed that everybody shared a little bit. Does anybody want to share with the class and maybe talk about their partner? Oh, Leela. I'm Leela. My partner is Gellert, and his commute is typically 35 minutes. He walks 5 minutes from his house, and then he takes the 4-6 tram for about 15 minutes and then walks the other 10 minutes. But in the summer, he likes to take his bike to school. Awesome. Thanks for that bravery. That was very good. The next activity is going to be a guided listening activity. So I'm going to play a video regarding Lena, Paul, and Holly, and they're going to be talking about how they commute to work or school or what they do and how they get around in their daily life. And I'm just going to provide you with a sheet with some questions, and you're just going to listen and answer it. I will play the video 2 times through. So if you don't get the first time, you're going to listen again for the second. Great, that was awesome. I saw lots of writing the first time through, so that was really good. And hopefully it wasn't too hard to listen. I know listening is sometimes a challenge for us, but you guys are doing really great, and I love this class so much for that. Can anyone tell me what Lena's commute was like? Lena walks 5 minutes to work because she lives in the city center, but she does commute on the bus or the subway to the market because the bags can be kind of heavy for her to take back. Awesome, that was great. It was a subway, but really good listening there. Does anybody want to tell me about Paul's commute to work? Like Lena, he doesn't have a car, and he typically scooters to work and to see his friends because it's cheap and easy, but he does take the train on a night out so he can have a drink or two. Awesome, thank you, Gellert. That was a great answer. And lastly, does anybody want to tell me about Holly's commute? Holly goes to college and she typically bikes there, and she also bikes to go see her friends, but she does take the bus to the market. Great, I'll have you just pass your papers in to me to the front. Awesome, thank you. And before we conclude the lesson, I'm just going to have you guys give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumbs in the middle, depending on how comfortable you feel regarding the lesson and transportation and getting around. Remember, there are no wrong answers. This just helps me plan for future lessons so we can have a great class together. All right, thank you for your responses, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks.